When adding mixed numbers, we can add the whole numbers and fractional parts separately. Here, adding my whole numbers, I'm going to have 1 plus 2. Adding my fractional parts, here I've got 3/5 plus a quarter. Adding my whole numbers, here 1 add 2 gives us 3. Adding my fractional parts, we know in order to add fractions, they must have a common denominator. The first number that appears in the 5 and 4 times table is 20. So I'm going to change each fraction to have a denominator over 20. Look at my first fraction. What have I times 5 to get to 20? I've times it by 4. Hence, I must do the same to top to keep it equivalent. And 3 times 4 gives us 12. Look at my second fraction. What have I times 4 to get to 20? I've times it by 5. Hence, do the same to top to keep it equivalent. And 1 times 5 gives us 5. Leaving the whole number alone, in this case 3. Now I've got the same denominator. It's out of 20. I can leave the denominator alone, in this case 20, and just add the two numerators, the two numbers on the top. In this case 12, add 5, gives us 17. Another method when adding fractions is to write any mixed numbers as top-heavy, i.e. improper fractions. To do this, we always keep the denominator the same, in this case 5. We always multiply to the side and add number on the top. Here 5 times 1 is 5, and 5 add 3 gives us 8. Doing exactly the same for the second fraction. So keep the denominator the same, in this case 4. We always multiply to the side and always add number on the top. Well, 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 add 1 gives us 9. Again, when adding fractions, we must have a common denominator. The lowest common multiple, the first number that appears in the 5 and 4 times table, in this case is 20. So I'm going to change each fraction to have a denominator out of 20. Look at the first fraction. What have I times 5 to get to 20? I've times it by 4. Hence, do the same to top to keep it equivalent. 8 times 4 gives us 32. Look at the second fraction. What have I times 4 to get to 20? I've times it by 5. Hence, do the same to the top to keep it equivalent. 9 times 5 gives us 45. Now they have a common denominator of 20. Keep the denominator the same, in this case 20, and just add the numerators. Well, 32 add 45 will give us 77. Converting into a mixed number, I know 20 divided into 77 3 whole times, as 3 times 20 is 60. As I have 77, the remainder is 17. And the remainder is always divided by the same denominator, in this case 20.
Your turn.